Hello, traders. I've got a stock that looks great right now, and I'll explain how I found it and why I like it. Subscribe to my channel now and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of these daily trades. You'll help me build my channel, and I'll help you build your account. Let's get started. We are 3.5 hours into trading. It is Tuesday, March 2nd. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at some of the recent picks, and then let's take a look at the market, get our bearings, and see if we can find a trade for today. These are not in any particular order, and I've been suggesting selling out of the money bullish put spreads. Market conditions dictate the option strategy that we should be using. Right now, my market bias is bullish, slightly bullish, and actually more neutral to slightly bullish. That means that we should be selling out of the money bullish put spreads and taking advantage of accelerated time premium decay. As we look at these picks, keep in mind we don't need these stocks to take off today or tomorrow. They just need to hold their bid. Ideally, they move a little bit higher because then our put spreads become cheaper and we can buy them back, and we also have more cushion. So Airbnb was one that I highlighted last week. I love this downward sloping trend line. It was breached to the upside after earnings. We were selling the bullish put spread down here at the 175 price level. Very nice. AMAT, that breakout right there, we were looking to have that preserved. You can see how the stock pushed higher. Still a very nice safe distance away from that short strike price on the bullish put spread. APPS, bullish flag, breakout. Highlighted this right in here. You can see how it's moved higher. Really nice trade. I think I'm going to take Baidu off because it's getting old. There's our breakout right there. It's been able to hold that breakout. Great looking trade. Disney, downward sloping trend line here, broken to the upside post earnings, trying to break through this horizontal resistance. We're all the way down on this support level. Tick, tick, tick. That's time premium decay eating away at those bullish put spreads. That is the strategy you want to use. DKNG, downward sloping trend line, bullish flag, breakout. We were not able to enter this trade. I posted this one for all of you Sunday night. Hopefully some of you just bought the stock or took a different position on it because it has been excellent. HLT also old on the list. You can see this breakout here. That's what we were selling our bullish put spread below, 115, 110. We were able to get a $1.15 credit for that in March. Beautiful trade. That is going to be a really nice winner. MOS, this is the one that I highlighted, I believe 2 days ago. Absolutely love this stock. Nice upward sloping trend line. There's your breakout. In fact, on this one, and I don't do it often, I advise you to buy a very long-term option, 3 or 4 months out, in the money with a delta of 0.7 so that it moves with the underlying stock. This stock is a grinder. I believe you're going to continue to see it grind higher for months. So I like MOS. It's doing exactly what we expected. Nice move. PYPL. This is one that I highlighted yesterday. We're looking to come in down here around that 50-day moving average and sell that bullish put spread, keying off of that support level. 250 is our short strike, 250, 240, 750. Looking to do that for a 50-cent credit, March expiration. Actually, you can even go down to 40 cents if you didn't get that trade done yesterday. We've been putting that trade on in the chat room this morning for 40 cents. Only 2.5 weeks left until expiration. If that spread expires, we're going to make a 20% return on the capital that we put up. Finally, CGC. That's going to be my pick for today, and I'll show you how I found it. I love this horizontal breakout here. You can see how that breakout happened, and then we tested support right there, and then off to the races. There's the 50-day moving average. Stock is finding some support. That is a downward sloping trend line that's been breached to the upside. There's your flagpole. There's your flag. Don't like to see them pull back quite that much, but when you get a stock that's that hot, you're going to get bigger pullbacks. So I don't like selling a bullish put spread right here. I would prefer to play it a little bit safer. I think a lot of these pot stocks are overvalued, but we've got lots of states that will be legalizing marijuana. So I would prefer to come down here on this breakout, which happens to coincide with the 100-day moving average. So I would be looking to sell, and that's at $28, the 100-day moving average. I would be looking to sell a 27.50, 25, So we're selling the 2750 puts in April, normal expiration. Sell the 2750 puts, buy the $25 puts, do that for a 45-cent credit. I know that price is there. I just checked it. If the stock in the course of the next 7 weeks is able to stay above this major support level, you are going to make about a 22% return on that trade. That's a really nice trade. And look, the stock is all the way up here right now at $35. It can move 20% lower and you are still out of the money. Very high probability trade. If by chance the market falls apart, if by chance the stock starts to cave in and it comes all the way to this major support and it breaks that major support, well, then what do? You either buy back the spread or you can leg out of the spread. I would only leg out of it if the market were also breaking major technical support. So let's take a look at the market and then let's take a look at the search that I used to find that. Right now, the market's been just chopping around and you can see we got green candles, we got red candles, we got a mix of green and red candles, just back and forth. This is going to be an inside day. What the heck is that? That means that we stay inside the low and the high from the prior day. So market had a huge move higher yesterday. Now it's just simply digesting some of those gains. You can see that the low from yesterday has been preserved, and that was good. As we were leaking lower and lower here, I'd mentioned to members we do not want to test this open because if we do, that shows weakness and that buyers aren't quite as engaged as we thought they were, and we could start to fill in this gap, and then who knows what happens after that. Given this choppy price action, I suspected that the bid was pretty strong because we're seeing a mix of green and red candles. We've got a nice little bounce here. I don't think we're going to be off to the races. We got a bearish 1OP cross right here, upward sloping trend line. This might set up a nice little short to come in to test the low of the day. That would be my suspicion, and that's probably going to happen. Here we are already halfway through the trading session. Going to be a fairly boring, quiet day. Let's look at that D1 chart. This is exactly why we need to stick with selling out of the money bullish put spreads because we have this nice upward sloping channel right here. And as long as it's nice and gradual, like this one is, these types of moves can be sustained for very long periods of time. And right now, stock valuations are stretched. One way for this to be resolved is that in the next quarter, 2 quarters, profits start to catch up and valuations are normalized. That takes time. This is one way that the market can bide that time. Move a little bit higher, pull back, move a little bit higher, pull back. We've got the economic rebound will be underway probably in the next month or two. We have major economic releases this week, ISM manufacturing tomorrow, ADP, employment. So that will be important. And then the unemployment report on Friday. These should give us an idea of how quickly the the economy might be able to recover from the coronavirus, number of new cases dropping dramatically. So I think the market is pricing in the fact that we are going to see an economic rebound. Take a quick look at TLT. That has been a nemesis recently because bonds have been selling off dramatically, but they seem to have found support here. We should be seeing some type of a selling climax here. But typically, off a selling climax, you'll get a bullish hammer like that, and then you get follow through this nice long green candle, but you won't retrace much like this. It'll be boom, 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 higher. That's what you look for out of a capitulation low. I'm not seeing that, so I'm a little bit weary of whether or not this is a capitulation low. We certainly have that beautiful breakdown through the lower end of that trading channel, and that typically results in a big bounce. Not the type of bounce I was looking for. We'll see. It could be that traders are waiting for the unemployment numbers this week. If employment goes gangbuster good, meaning we have lots of jobs, they're probably going to nail TLT on the notion that the Fed is going to have to raise rates sooner than expected. So this might be one of those times when good news is bad news. I think a inline unemployment number this week will be good, and then we could see a nice little rally in here. If the unemployment is higher than expected, you'll actually see a really nice rally in TLT, and that would set that hard bottom low that would probably last for a couple of months. I am neutral to slightly bullish. As long as we have this upward sloping trend line intact, as long as we have the 50-day moving average intact, I will continue to sell out of the money bullish put spreads. Touch, touch, bounce. Good. So we're going to go into the scanner. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go right down to my bullish flag search. I'm going to pop up some charts. We'll take a look. Could be setting up very choppy. Don't like it. APHA, I like it. Downward sloping trend line, violated to the upside. I would like to see a long green candle, not an inverted hammer here. But this stock, along with CGC, should perform pretty well. You can see it's another pot stock, so it's had a very strong bid to it. BBBY needs to get through these resistance levels. Click GTC, double click on this candle. There's my GTC alert line. If it gets above that, I'm interested. BLNK, another high flyer, downward sloping trend line. Not a lot to get excited about just yet. So let's keep it on our radar. Click GTC, drop that horizontal line. CGC we already looked at. DIS, off to the races. FSEL, another pattern where you've got that bullish flag looking like it's going to set up. Let's just keep an eye on it and click that candle right there so that if the stock gets above it, we're going to know about it. FUBO, I kind of like this one. This is nice. You can see that downward sloping trend line has been breached to the upside, but it's got earnings after the close. We don't like to hold over the number. HEXO, another pot stock. That one also looks good. So you're seeing the theme right there. IQ, rallying, downward slope. IQ looks okay. And we're just going to click through the rest of these. JetBlue still finding strength. There's a nice bullish flag right there. Earnings before the open, giving back those gains. Not crazy about that particular setup because it's giving back the gains. Mara looks good. There's MOS. So I think I've given you enough to take a look at, but this is how easy the process is. You're looking for a swing trade. All you need to do is go into two searches in Option Stalker. Pop Bull's an excellent one. AMRS has been on our radar for a while. Beautiful breakout here. Earnings before the open. Stock on its high of the day. Extreme volume. Any pullback in this, I think you can safely sell a $17 bullish put spread on the notion that that breakout is going to hold, especially with that reaction and that type of volume. That's what I got for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.